Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and today I am going to take a cue from one of my wonderful viewers, Tracy Walker, who wants to know about FBI Director Christopher Wray. So I think I'll go ahead and do a karmic reading on him, and we'll see. Is he avoiding something like Representative Krishnamurthy is asking? You know, he seemed to be evasive in interview, so or investigation. But so anyway, I'm going to drop the camera down, and I think I'll explore it from a few different angles. I'll start with his karma, and we'll see how clean he's been in his past, and then I'll hone in and ask some deeper questions. Okay, let me drop the camera down. Okay, so I'm using the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot, and for Christopher Wray, what is his karma? What has he done in the past? What karma is hanging over him, and what will be his future? So I checked online real quick, and I guess he's 54. He's got a couple of kids. He's a Republican, married with a couple of kids. They might be grown. I don't know. I didn't check. But he's still a Republican. Even after everything we've been through. Of course, I guess some of them have to stick around. I mean, they need to reform the Republican Party. Okay, but Christopher Wray. How clean is he? And is he really avoiding something? Like Representative Krishnamurthy is wondering. What was his involvement with the Trump administration, especially as to, you know, the investigations into Trump and his Department of Justice? Trump's Department of Justice that, of course, you know, was spying on all of his people. And did Christopher Wray know about all of this? Did Christopher Wray know about the spying? I might have to use the Lenormand, but let's see what the tarot gives us. What did Christopher Wray know as far as what the Trump administration was doing? Okay. So the forces in motion, I think this might have more to do with the past, actually. Okay. His biggest challenge. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, so 2 cards for his karma. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. 2 cards here for what he did in the past for Trump. Two cards up here for his current karma based on what he did in the past. How clean is he? Well, that's interesting. Wow. Okay, and then I'll do 4 cards here to look at his, let's look at his future. That's interesting. Okay, so is that all framed in? Yeah, we're good there. Okay, so the forces in motion with the Queen of Wands reversed, I feel like he was unfaithful and selfish. Now this could be Trump in the past, his selfishness and his unfaithfulness, and then Christopher Wray's biggest challenge was, how do I defend myself against this guy? You know, how do I do my job and defend myself? But then again, he never came out and said anything bad about him, did he? I don't think so. Because the Nine of Wands is, it's all about, you know, self-defense and courage and going into battle all the time and trying to have some type of a resilience, but it's often, you know, setback. So I think there were lots of setbacks. This is so interesting. Okay, so I really feel like defending Trump, especially when Trump was in his whiny little, you know, whiny little complaining, like poor me, because that's what he has always done. You know, he's always the victim. He's always being hurt. He's always been, you know, done wrong. And this would be his. The Queen of Wands reverse reminds me of his voice, where Trump, you know, Trump's voice, where he's and what's her name? Not Melania, Ivanka's voice as well, where they kind of whisper, and they're seductive, and they're jealous and catty and unfaithful. And that's what he was dealing with. Okay. Christopher Wray's karma, personal karma, with the Temperance card reversed, well, I think that he was a risk taker. I think his soul was in a tremendous amount of imbalance. And I think he's probably been kind of impatient, and he's made a lot of bad decisions. And that happens when you're in relationship. He's made a lot of bad relationship decisions, and that's the karma that he's brought in to deal with. What he did for Trump, he looked out for him. He's guilty of looking out for him and trying to help him progress the Republican agenda. He's guilty of helping him even expand and be successful. Wow. And that's not his job description to do for any president. But he did. What he also did for him was helped him to make changes, big changes, and to transition and make some new starts. So I don't think this guy's clean. Not by these 4 cards. The current karma that's hanging over him, this is really weird, because it has to do with being all the queens are receptive. And we have 3 queens here. So relationship-wise, I don't feel like this is too good. His current karma has to do with him receiving all the money he wants, all the, what's the word, like accomplishments and nurturing, all the resources that he wanted. And even though the Queen of, well, you know, I feel like maybe he's a little bit, or he's been a little psychically tuned in to Trump. And then he's been trying to protect him in all the ways that he could. So I do feel like Representative Krishnamurti is, I do feel like he's right on about he's been avoiding something about his, because these cards have to do with protection. And Representative Krishnamurti was wondering if he knew, if Christopher Wray knew about, all this surveillance going on. This is surveillance. This would be to protect against any leaking, which is what Trump wanted to squash. So I would say, I might use the Lenormand too, just because it's so much more clear, but I think with these cards, I think they're trying to say that he is guilty. He did know. He did know what Trump was, he did know about the surveillance on all these different people, all the Democratic representatives, and, like Jerry Nadler and Adam Schiff. And I think Swalwell was in there. Anybody that seemed to be be against Trump in any way. Trump wanted surveillance on, so and it went on for 3 years in a row. This guy knew about it. I can tell with these cards. He knew about it. In his future, with the Knight of Swords reversed, goodness, I think he's going to be very unpredictable, and he's going to be trying to make some, new rules up and just break whatever rules he wants. And he's directionless. He's not going in the right direction. I wonder if this has something to do with the insurrection. Like maybe he knew what was being planned. With the Four of Cups reversed, I think this might be like the new bandwagon that he's jumping on. He has a new goal, but it's not the right goal. It's not going in the right direction. But it has to do with him breaking the rules. It's like the past has come forward, and he's going to fight. And yes, he's definitely going to fight. And with the Five of Cups reversed, whether it came, because sometimes I screw up when I'm flipping them around, and this one might have been straight up, or it could be that, well, let me draw some more cards, because I'm not clear as to whether he's going to have some regrets and disappointments and, maybe feel lonely. But I don't know why he would, because there's a bunch of idiots doing the same thing he's doing, or that have done the same thing he has done. Sometimes when it's the Five of Cups reversed, there's some recovery. Oh, this could be that he's trying to recover. He's taking a stand to try and recover from all this past that he's done. Let's get a little bit more about his future. Yeah, I think he's going to avert a disaster because he's going to lie. I think he's going to lie, and I don't know if we'll be able to catch him. With the Tower reversed and the Five of Swords reversed, well, you might think he's averting a disaster. The Tower reversed is really just the fear of change. Here, let me hold it up so you can see a little better. It has to do with the fear of change, and it has to do with refusing to let go of his position. So, it sometimes means imprisonment. So I don't know if he gets caught, because we have the the Five of Swords here reversed, which can sometimes be it can be revenge, and then other times it can be like some type of a compromise, a resolution to save himself. Wow. Okay, so this is interesting. So let me drop the camera down so that I can use the smaller cards, because I think I need a little more clarity. Okay, be right back. Okay, so using the Maybe Linnemon by Ryan Edward, which is a combo of Gypsy and Linnemon, let's look at well, if I can get confirmation of his guilt or not, I'd like that. And I might have to use the Kipper, which I could do. I could grab that deck and use the Kipper too. For now, this is the Linnemon to see what's in his future. Still, I want to know what has he done in the past? What has he done in the past, and what is his future? Based on what he's done in the past, right? Because our free will creates our karma. Our choices create our reality. What has this guy done? He's accepted money. Yes, from the government institution. What has he done? He's held secrets. Oh, he's definitely guilty. Oh, man. Okay. Let me just draw the cards, otherwise I get distracted. Wow. Okay, so he's with this first layer here. This is the insurrection. He's got something in there on the insurrection, and I don't know what, but he's got information about that, and he's kept it secret. I think he's been paid very well somehow. Besides his own government job, he's received some perks. And now he's got a big conflict in his life because he's guilty. He's got this like guilty heart. He's cared about moving in the wrong direction. This should be domestic, protection, but I don't think he has, because we have the guilt card here. And he's cared about this relationship that has given him what he's wanted, which has been money. I mean, right here, the abuse of the insurrection. It's right here, and he knows. There's something he knows, and he's known for a long time. So here it is. He's definitely guilty. He's been guilty for a long time. He's known about every single year that it was the surveillance was happening. Okay. Kipper. Let's look at his future. Christopher Wray, what is your future? Now that I've gotten clear that he's guilty, he's done it. What's his future? That's interesting. Okay. Hope I have enough room. Might have dropped the camera down a little too low. Oops. Okay, so far what I can see is that, so this is him, and he does have some control over a painful ending, but this could also be that he has control over his honor. So here he is, here's his reputation. Here's this could be a subpoena, this could be, you know, some document that comes through that could end his position in the FBI community. The fortune card and the marriage card is behind him, so it's not auspicious. This over here is auspicious because he's facing this direction. He is looking towards his safety and security, but he's received gifts in the past, and that's hanging over his reputation. Wow. Jeez, the corruption, I swear, of all these people is just mind-blowing to me. Yeah, so his honor's on the line. It's not going to go well. It could end his reputation. And this sad news message card has to do with a crisis. It has to do with, you know, major confrontation. It's a lot of sadness and disappointment. It's like the Five of Cups, if not worse, because there's a document involved. The news comes through, and it ends his reputation with the community of the FBI that has given him great fortune in the past, and he's been married to it. But then the end result right here is major stress. Remember, this is, you know, like the Nine of Swords. It's the being tortured with worry. It's a self-destructive card. And it knights up here to him. Wow. Self-destruction. Holy moly. Let me add another layer to see more about his future. Wow, so I'm not getting that he's going to get away with it. Just like Bill Barr and Rod Rosenstein and Jeff Sessions, those guys aren't going to get away with it. Okay, so meetings that had to do with gifts given from some wealthy supporter. Could have been Trump. Yeah, and the money that came through has him obsessing about it. I don't know how this guy could ever land in poverty, wind up in poverty, but why would he be obsessing about it? I guess that's why people take gifts and bribes and perks and, you know, benefits. It's because they don't believe there's enough. They care more about the, you know, the money. Ooh, and then here we have foreign money. Wow. So it's possible that he knows all about the foreign money that came through for Trump in his campaign. This could be Rebecca Mercer. Well, I don't know if he's going to wind up in prison. You know, like I kind of got the glimpse of in the tarot. But his future looks to me like there could be some distraction. Well, two things. It's either there's there's money that came through foreign money that came through, and someone like Rebecca Mercer, yeah, who else could it be when it comes to women? Then again, we knew that the Jenny Thomas was paying for all types of things, hotel rooms, or I thought it was just transportation, but then you guys clued me in that it also had to do with hotel rooms for the insurrection. But anyway, in his future, he's going to lose all hope, is what I just heard. He's going to lose all hope. And there might be a mature woman that supports him and to help him make the change and exit out of his career. I don't see this going well for him. Yeah, he might wind up with some new, whole new path ahead of him, but it could take some time. There's definitely some documents that are going to come through. Wow. So I think this guy's going to get caught. But I don't see him going to prison. No, I don't see him going to prison. Wow. Okay, well, that's all I have on this one. Thanks, Tracy, for the question. Thank you. Take good care, you guys. Bye.